back again with a short video today to talk about the online environments in Egypt and the Arab Gulf states, which include Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. And in today's video, I am joined by my colleague, Business Development Manager, Atif Shamel.
Thank you so much, Samantha. I'm glad to be here. To best understand the online environment of the Arab Gulf states, I think first we need to look at what they have in common and then some interesting factors that exporters need to consider when going online in these countries.
Yes, I totally agree. So first, the obvious similarity, their language. The official language of these countries is Arabic, although of course there are regional differences even within the individual countries. It's also true that a lot of people speak multiple languages like English, French, Urdu, Farsi, Turkish, among others.
Yes, and another thing they have in common is that they all are highly connected. If we just focus on the top three countries, so Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, they all have 90% of the population connected via mobile devices. There are some differences here, but we can get into that during the webinar. We also see that in all three countries, nearly 100% of active social media users access it via mobile devices.
Wow, that is great news for US exporters trying to get in front of their prospects there, especially because we've seen that they are spending an average of nearly 4 hours a day on the internet on their mobile devices.
So what I'm hearing is that they all are Arabic speakers, very mobile friendly, and very social. But that's as far as the big similarities go. Now to dive into what exporters need to think about when going online in Egypt and the Arab Gulf countries. First, there is a notable difference between Egyptian Arabic and Saudi Arabian Arabic, which differs more than the British English and the American English, or the France French and the Canadian French. This is why it is so important to use proper keywords for Egypt specifically. Because of this, in an ideal world, you should have an Egyptian website because of how specific their keywords are, and then a UAE website because they use modern Standard Arabic.
Interesting. So also when localizing your website for these countries, there are multiple things that you need to keep in mind to help you be easier to do business with and easier to understand. On the same sort of theme as language, you need to be really careful as to which font you use, and you need to make sure to use different colors for emphasis. Reason being, symbols can be impossible to read if they are in bold or in italics, or if they're in other strange fonts.
Also, in regards to language, user experience and design, the Arabic language is read from the right to the left. So people who read in Arabic will also interact with your website from the right to the left as well. So you need to take that into account for your web design. For example, your image carousel at the top of your website will rotate backwards, so to speak. The website will also most likely be a lot smaller because of the use of symbols instead of words.
Exactly. And also when we deliver websites for clients, we make sure that the companies are sensitive to their culture. For example, so in some Muslim countries, you cannot have representations of people, whether they're in pictures or in drawings. You also have to be really careful of the colors that you choose, because certain colors are symbolic of certain things like life, death, bloodshed, etc. There's just so much more to say about these countries and their online environment, but I'm afraid we've run out of time.
Yes, exactly. What we mentioned today are some of the points to know concerning website localization when you are considering the online environment of Egypt and Arab Gulf states. If you want to find out more, we have a dedicated webinar that will go into much more details about the online environment and about how IBT can help you get online and grow your business in the Arab Gulf states.
Yeah, join our webinar and don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.